By point of fact. It's crazy. Imagine how trippy this is for Doc. Seeing something he didn't invent yet.
I do this. Yeah, the creative muse.
Yeah, it's a muse flash. His head glanced off the toilet because he ain't got nothing else going on. There it is. Look at him.
He's like a kid in a candy store, I might add. I finally have done something that works. We gotta sneak this back one out. We gotta get you home. Now he comes up with a plan to get Marty back.
Yeah, this is classic Doc. I'd love to know how he's doing that. In that old TV, you know?
See, Doc Brown was a genius back then, I would say.
Yeah, he probably, something like that is probably not even that big a deal for him, but I'm just saying, like, there's nothing on that old TV to put that camcorder in there, you know?
You know, Doc Brown was an inventor back then. He was coming up with stuff.
I'm saying at least electrical engineering involved is probably well within his talent pool, you know?
Yeah. I would think he would have had a run-in with I won't say a name, but with Tesla or someone like that.
Well, I mean, if this guy invented time travel, yeah, I'd say it puts him on the map. You know what I mean?
And I was thinking they were thinking of Tesla or something like that back then.
Who's he talking to? Is that Edison?
I think that's Edison.
Oh, he's so mistaken.
Marty, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you're stuck here. Oh, I'm stuck here. I can't be stuck here. I got a wife. In 1985. I got a girl. Is she pretty? She's beautiful. She's crazy about me. Yes. What was your road name, Doctor? That says it all. Touch.
He's looking at the flyer that says "Save the Tower." There's lightning there. Big note.
A bolt of lightning.
And he looks at that flyer again. For those who are watching at home.
We do that.
Look at that. Eureka.
Kids, it's the answer. It says here that a bolt of lightning is going to strike the clock tower precisely 10:04 p.m. next Saturday night. If we could somehow harness this lightning, channel it into the flux capacitor, just make work. Next Saturday night, we're going to send you back to the future. All right, Saturday's good. Saturday's good. I can spend a week in 1955. I can hang out. You can show me around. Marty, that is completely out of the question. You must not leave this house. You must not see anybody or talk to anybody. Anything you do could have serious repercussions on future events. Please understand. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Marty.
Alternate timeline.
Anybody else today besides me? And yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I ran into my mom.
Mom, Dad.
Future timeline.
It's like he's been erased. Erase of existence.
Yes, annihilated, obliterated. Those great words.
Wow. Clean this place up. Looks brand new. I remember.
Wait a minute.
They don't eat, they won't fall in love, they won't get married, but they won't have kids. I'm trying to overthrow this military from that point.
His mom was destined to fall in love with whoever was hit by his dad that day.
Dressed like a beatnik.
Well, yeah, that's the style I'd roll with.
See, they were picking on him back then, but there was a novel, great novel waiting for him.
Yeah, well, look, man, everybody's got bullies.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
Me too.
But I will say this. Some bullies can change their ways. I will say that. Based on life experience.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's really a pleasure to meet you. How's your hair? Oh, I've been so worried about you. I just ran off the other night. Are you okay?
See, George knew. He felt the vibe, you know?
Yeah.
A dreamboat. Uh-oh.
This is more serious than I thought. Apparently your mother is amorously infatuated with you instead of your father. Well, wait a minute, Doc. Are you trying to tell me that my mother is hot for me?
Sigmund Freud! Marty! Morty, your mom is hot for you, Morty. I mean...
The only way we're going to get those two to successfully make is if they are alone together. So you've got to get your father and mother to interact. Some sort of social...
Enchantment in the fish tank.
Enchantment under the sea.
Your parents must know them. What are their common interests? What do they like to do together? Nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Rhythmic ceremony or ritual. See, Dad, they're supposed to know this. That's where they kiss for the first time. All right, kid. You stick to your brother like glue and make sure he takes you to the dance. George. Hey. Girl I introduced you to. Right?
See,
What do you like?
George knows that she's out of his league.
Science fiction stories about visitors coming down to Earth.
I love that he's a sci-fi writer, a writer of fiction.
Get out of town. I didn't know you did anything creative. Let me read some.
See? He said creative, you heard?
Yeah.
Well, what if they didn't like me? What if they told me I was no good?
He had a lot of fear back then.
Yeah, he's got self-esteem issues, don't he?
You gotta take into account what was going on back then. If he came out and wrote something in that time period of McCarthyism and stuff, he might have been ostracized.
I think he's pretty damn near ostracized as it stands. Everybody seems to pick on him. They avoid him like the plague, so I'd be like, whatever.
He's... Back then, he'd be an outcast.
I think she'd rather go with somebody else.
But like I said, I think he's already an outcast.
Okay, it's time for plugs right now. I am coming on now as Joseph Vivaldi of the Joseph Vivaldi Network. I'm going to talk about a book that's on audiobook. It's called Kindle Your Writing, How to Make an Amazon Kindle Book Great. It's basically a book that is a how-to on the process of writing an Amazon Kindle book or whatever book you're doing. It's from the process of starting the book, with brainstorming, to the very end of actually marketing it on maybe Facebook, or even if you do it off. Ricky, can you help me out?
paperback, hardcover, digital, iBook. And I haven't read this book that you wrote, but you're saying it's beginning to end process.
Yeah, it's kind of, I'm trying to look for the word that it's not online, but it's...
Well, like a paperback, like a printout, on demand.
We're playing a game of pyramid right now because I'm...
Here, hold on 1 second.
Offline advertising and online advertising, it's going through the motions. And also, I'd like to advertise or promote a Soul Warriors Journey, which is coming on audio in November.
And I'm Ricky Berhart from the Open Network. The Open Network is a podcast network. We got a bunch of channels that showcase all different facets of the creative works of Richard Andrew Olkis, his writing and audio books. We just got files today for the spoken word CD from back in '04. We got Temporality Shadow, where we're talking to a spirit radio. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff. Creative writing, poetry, game development, religion, spirituality, paranormal. The Okanus Network, a creative baptism for every day.
Very good, Ricky. I think we plugged their brands very well.
Yeah, definitely.
And before we get back to the video, I just want to state something from a video that I've watched on Back to the Future. A theory that suggests...
What video was that? Do you know the name?
I don't know the video per se, but all they were saying was that...
It was on YouTube though, right?
It was on YouTube. All they were saying that George McFly knew that Marty was his son. And the theory that they suggested was just from the little stuff that Marty did, including his helping him with the sci-fi book that he wrote. At the end, George McFly helped his son out by giving him the vehicle that he wanted, that he was appreciative of what he did. So, take it away.
Well, look, man, like I said, he could have just bought him a vehicle because his whole economic stance was one up. Because he had confidence in his writing, he was able to sell his work was good. So besides whatever he does for dearth and adaptation, like in other words, your career, your work, as opposed to your bliss and your creative passion, you can tell, if he's a writer of fiction, he obsesses, and if he obsesses, then it matters to him, but he never had confidence in his work. Like you heard Marty say, well, oh, gee, Dad, I didn't know you were creative. You had creative. So in other words, he wrote all that stuff, but it was in a filing cabinet collecting dust. He never believed in it. So without that faith in the creative work, he's like, it's junk. Nobody's going to care. But because he gets confidence, because there's one thing that happens at the end of the sea dance that I don't think happened originally. His dad punches Biff and knocks him out. So he teaches him a lesson. So because of that, there's a different level of confidence, not just in George McFly, but in his relationship as a whole with everybody, obviously including the mom. So it put him in a different economic bracket, where before he was probably just making ends meet and being a debt slave with high credit like everyone else in the 80s. Because that's all we had was credit. But in this instance, maybe he sold all that intellectual property, or he's got a sweet book deal, so he can afford to buy his kid a Toyota.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying. Let's get to the film.
Certainly. So,
and we'll continue the discussion.
Yeah.
Okay, like you said, it's very possible that happened too.
Either way, it's possible that he could have remembered, but only because of how special this time in his life is. But you're not going to remember everybody you know from 30 years ago.
No.
Like, I got to tell you, we're not that old yet, but think about it. How many people do you remember